Now comes the part of when you actually pick up the phone and you talk to them, right? And there is a process that I follow. There is a process that a lot of salespeople follow, and these sales models are very important, right? They are called spin. There is a spin model, and there is an odd pack that people use, and there are multiple other methods. What I've been using for a very long time, in fact, the starting of my career, and it is most important for the people who are involved into telesales. And nowadays, when physical meetings are almost dead, majority of the conversation that you have to do with your investors, with your employees, with your prospect customers is through video conferencing or maybe through phone, right? So this model becomes a very important model for you. So here is it goes, right? I hope you have pen and paper and you are keeping notes. So ODPEC stands for ODPEC, right? That's the model, ODPEC. Now O stands for opening. So in a conversation, there is a structure that you have to follow. Structure is like a map. When you get out of your home, you know that this is where I'm starting and this is where I'm ending and this is the route that I'm going to take. If you do not have a structure clearly defined in your mind, the conversation invariably, the steering wheel will be hijacked by the customer, and they will talk about the agenda that they want to talk, and the conversation get into a complete disarray, and you'll never reach the destination. Remember, you're calling to close. Okay, you have an objective that you are having conversation with the customer because you want to close it. You want to take it to a conclusion. And therefore, you have to be in the steering wheel, and therefore you have to have a clear-cut map that, okay, this is where I'm going to go, this is how I'm going to go. All right? So opening is the most important part. Well begun is half done, right? There's a saying. In cricket match, if the opening is good, the rest of the pressure, the team is not under pressure. It gives you momentum, it gives you a very good starting, and there are chances are better that you're going to win the entire conversation. So opening is very important. I'll go into details of the opening, that what are the major elements of opening, but then I'll come back to that later on. So the second part of the ODPEC model after O is D. D stands for developing the need. Now there are a lot of sales gurus, a lot of people who will talk about that you can create a need. But the point is that you cannot create a need, right? Consultative selling skills mean that you don't force your idea on the prospect customer. You get on to their side, you put the hand around their arms, and say, buddy, I'm here with you, you have a problem, and I'm here to help you walk through the journey and solve the problem for you, right? So we are on the same side, and I'm going to consult you in finding out the problem and the cause of the problem and what probable solutions can be. It's not me versus you. I'm not here to take money out of your pocket. Now, that approach gives the prospect customer more confidence in you. It makes them like you, and it makes them feel really, really comfortable with you, right? So you don't try to create a need wherein there is no need at all, right? Rather than creating a need in somebody, you just let them go, move on to the next prospect, somebody who has a need. But what you need to do is to develop the need. Everybody who has a need and is not doing something about it is sitting at a point wherein we call that the weak need, right? A lot of you, almost all of you will have so many things which if I ask you that you wanted to do, and if I ask you it's important for you, you would say, yes, it's very important and I wanted to do, but you have not been able to do that for 6 months, 8 months, right? There are a lot of things that you have on your list. So what happens is that we have a long list of to-dos, things that are important for us, but those things which are on the priority number 7 or 8 invariably don't get a lot of time or a lot of attention from us, right? We always keep engaging in these 1, 2, 3 priority number tasks, and we spend most of our time there. For example, now I have a passport, but there was a time wherein I needed a passport and it was important for me, and I would make a schedule that, okay, I'll do it. But then it took me about 1.5 years just to get a damn passport. I was all online and I could do it. In that situation, if somebody would have asked me that, okay, if it is important for you, I would say, yep. And do you really want to do it? Yes. then why the fuck are you not doing it? And I'm like, kind of, I'll do it tomorrow, I'll do it next way and all that. So what is happening is there is a need, definitely there is a need, but this need is a weak need. And we don't take action towards the weak need, we take action towards the strong need. We try to fix a need which is strong enough. So the job of a salesperson is to take the weak need and convert that into a strong need wherein the person feels the pain strong enough and big enough so that they want to do something about it, right? So that's D for you, developing the need. So after opening there is a D stands for developing the need. Now then third stage in the conversation comes in, which is called P stands for presenting the solution. Understand and focus on the words that I'm talking about. I'm not saying that you present the product. Nobody gives a damn about the product. It's your product, it's your service. Customers don't care about it. What they want a solution to that need that you had just, amplified and made it into a big enough problem for them, and now they're ready and they're willing to solve it. Now is the time for you to give a solution to the problem that you identified. So it's a presenting the solution to the problem that you identified. Now, irrespective of the goodness of your product, irrespective of the awesomeness of your solution, there will be some objections. Now, if you have been nice and courteous and you've been consultative with the person, on their side, and you won their trust and confidence, they will be raising their doubts with you, right? Their objections with you, their concerns with you. Now is a stage you need to eliminate those doubts with confidence and with trust and with empathy. And that's what E, which is eliminating the doubts or eliminating the objections rather, stand for. So that's E for you, right? Odd pack sales model, opening, developing the need, presenting the solution. E stands for eliminating the doubts. Now we come to the last part, which is closing. C stands for closing. Now there are a lot of strategies and a lot of techniques that you can do closing, and I would rather not suggest you to spend a lot of time on E and C part of the sales process. Eliminating the objections is a bad strategy. Your strategy should be prevention of the objections, right? It's like you fell sick and then you go out and seek out a doctor and take medication and all that. They will work, of course, sometimes, but the process is lengthy and the damage is already being done. The better strategy is always prevention. They say prevention is better than cure. So the more time you spend on the developing the need correctly and identifying the correct need, and you connect that with the right solution, the less time you will or energy you will be able to, or you will be required to spend on the eliminating the doubts part, and then closing comes in naturally.